After 2 years of living and working in Bali, I've officially moved everything that I own off the island and I'm back in London. So I thought I'd just put together a bit of a video that explains why I've decided to make the move back to the UK temporarily. I don't know how long I'll be here, but also why I've decided to finally move all my stuff off the island. Let me take you back 2 years ago. So I was literally Googling at my parents' kitchen table, how can I earn more money, or like how can I even earn money online. I'd gone through a lot of the different side hustles and nothing seemed to stick. When my friend introduced me to appointment setting, I trained as an appointment setter, and within 6 weeks I was surpassing my monthly income at a 9 to 5 in London as a marketing executive, just from working 6 hours a day from my phone. So I decided to pull the plug and go all in on an appointment setting. And then another 6 weeks after that, I had booked my flight to Bali, a one way, and was going to spend the summer there with one of my best friends from uni. It was a quick journey, and like I am so grateful for the opportunity that I had and for one of my best friends being out there and saying like, why don't you come out here for the summer? It will be so good. And I just thought, why not? If you're in that position, it is the perfect place. And let me take you back to how I felt when I first got there. It's the summer of 2023, and I'm not going to deny that moving from London to Bali is such a culture shock. You literally get off the flight, you're walking out the airport, there's bikes everywhere, the infrastructure is so different, roads are chaos. But as soon as you speak to anyone that lives in Bali or is from Bali, you feel instantly connected to the island. And I think living in Bali for so long, even though it was on and off, like I'd always come back to the UK and Europe, then you just feel an immense sense of gratitude. I genuinely have built friendships that will last for a lifetime. I've created the best memories. Got a great tan coming back to the UK, that's always great. I just wouldn't change the last 2 years for the world, and it all started from this summer. I honestly at this point didn't even know what was in store for the next 2 years. And when I first lived there, I was obviously lucky enough to be living with one of my best friends from uni, which meant I normally had someone that I could always co-work with, which I'd never really had before. Like even in the 6 weeks between me leaving my job and just working in London, I was always just working by myself. I'd meet my friend who was on maternity leave. I was never actually sat in a cafe full time just working with someone. So that was one of the first benefits that I saw. And obviously it's so much cheaper. So you're going to get a coffee, you're going to go get breakfast, you're going to go do all these things, and you can sit there all day because it is so catered towards digital nomads. Obviously you've got people coming on holiday, but you find the spots pretty quickly that you can settle in for a day's work and you're more productive. So over the last 2 years, I've always been like, right, I want to be really productive today and like lock in, where can I go? And you sort of just really understand the places that are more for socialising with other digital nomads, the places where holiday goers go, the places where you can actually lock in quite quickly. And obviously when I first moved out there, I was just working as a bit of a duo with my best friend, and soon that grows and you're adding into group chats, and you literally wake up to text like, where's everyone working today? And you never feel alone. Whereas I think being self-employed, it can be quite a lonely journey. Like, especially if you've gone down the route of becoming self-employed from learning everything you can independently online, like you've not even done a course, you're not part of a community, then I feel like working from somewhere like Bali is game changing, and you really find your people that you connect with and build you up and inspire you quite quickly. And obviously it's very rewarding being able to pick where you work from, honestly, depending on what you want to eat. You're like, okay, I want to eat there and I will be working there for 4 hours today. Bali belly is a thing, like I'm not going to deny that, but there's a reason that digital nomads and people that live in Bali don't complain about it, and it's literally like, look at the amazing food that we get to try. Yeah, I've been speaking about how I moved out there with my best friend and I always had someone to co-work with, but if you are moving out there by yourself and you are wanting to find your people, or if you're moving anywhere then the biggest hack is just to say yes. So this isn't just to invite, but when someone mentions a place that they work from, like a cafe, a workout, or even a weird event that you've never heard of, just say yes and give it a try. I dipped into a run club like every now and again. I dipped out more than I dipped in the end, but I made some amazing friends from those 6 a.m. meetups, and the same goes for in 2023. I was a fiend for a Wednesday night at Dan Maria, and literally half my friendships have come from that night out. So it's really just about throwing yourself into the community and where you feel like you can really relate to people. So mine was a night out, a bit of active. The thing with a 6 a.m. run club is you're doing it for the run, the endorphins, obviously get it out the way in the morning. But the biggest thing is you can go around the rest of your day and be like, oh yeah, I did a run at 6 a.m. and it's just great. And also you get the sunrise, which in London, it wouldn't be the same for me, I don't think. Next hack, you need to stay in touch. When you're a digital nomad anyway, if you can imagine yourself going back to that place, then just keep in touch with everyone. Like I left and went back to Bali probably about 5 times over the 2 years. And every time I came back, my friendship circle had grown. You get these incredible little crossover moments where you meet your mates' mates. Like my friends would come out and visit me for a bit of time, and that was just so good because now I'm back in London and I'm going to literally be meeting up with my Bali friends but also my home friends, and there's going to be this crossover where they can actually talk about each other's lives because they've met previously, and you suddenly just have friends in 10 different countries, which is just amazing. Like there's so many more places that I want to go just from talking about where everyone else has lived, everyone else's recommendations. And through the beauty of this lifestyle, people visiting, passing through, inviting you to new places, it is just the most beautiful but random web of connections. So make sure that you're prepared to take advantage of that. Work-wise, I truly fell in love with the freedom, and I think this goes for wherever, but especially Bali. It is so catered to digital nomads. It's insane. So on an ideal day when I knew that my work was going really well, I was in such a good flow, I'd use my mornings for admin tasks and a coffee, gym, maybe a quick tan by the pool when it's high UV. That is the biggest hack, like between 11 and 2 it is in Bali. Then I'd head out to a new cafe for afternoon work block and then get ready for a sunset, maybe a dinner. It's such a good lifestyle. I'm saying that now from London, like, oh, why have I come back? But everything, all good things come to an end, and I think it's my time now. And this is one of the reasons actually that I have decided to move home, is because I did get a bit silly with it. I tried to fit everything in. I got into the habit of just saying yes too much, and I've been there for over 2 years now. And I just needed to come back for a bit of a reset. Now with my business growing, I want to dedicate time to helping others achieve their remote work goals, and my community is mostly based in Europe, so moving back to this time zone at this point is just a bit of a no-brainer, and I'm really excited for it. I just love a bit of structure, and I think it's something you need to be really disciplined with in Bali because there is so much going on all the time. And for example, like if you go to a 6 a.m. run club, you're probably going to need a nap, like if you're normally waking up at 8. So you have to almost factor these things in, and every day is different. Every day there's something else going on. So yeah, it's just something to be a bit wary of. Honestly, I don't know why I chose to record this video in the sun because it is so hot, and I'm also outside and I'm not taking a hay fever tablet, and I forgot about hay fever, but I'm loving being back and it being summer. Like this is exactly why being a digital nomad is the best thing ever, because you can skip winter. Like it's really easy to do, and I will be doing it for the foreseeable. I just don't know where I'm going to be. Moving on, obviously, being in Bali opened my eyes to what's possible online and like the opportunity. I think when you surround yourself with the right people, so for example, if I was to go out to in London to like a private members club, there's going to be all these people that are so successful in different offices, and I'll be like, wow, that's amazing, so much opportunity there. In Bali, you're seeing the amount of money that people are earning remotely, and these aren't just influencers or crypto bros. Some of my clients and team members actually came from random conversations at the beach, in a cafe, or at a dinner. So these could be like online fitness coaches, online business mentors, businesses that going B2B and they need an appointment setter. So it's just about immersing yourself into these conversations and finding new people. It's not even all about these opportunities and those sorts of people you meet. I've made friends for life from Bali and memories that I will never forget. You think of opportunities, me and my best friend literally saved a life this year. So we were walking along the beach and then we saved a dog called Peanut, and she is just so cute. Look how cute she is. I can't wait to get Peanut in her forever home this summer. And I just think, when would I be in the position to save a life in the UK? So yeah, everything happens for a reason. These are just some of the reasons why I spent 2 years in Bali, and I hope that it's sort of pinpointed and highlighted exactly why it is the perfect place for someone that is just starting their digital nomad journey. It was never the plan for me to stay that long. I was literally just going for a couple of months initially. A couple of months actually turned into 4 months, and then I was home for a couple of months and I went back out. So you just never know what's going to happen, and that is the beauty of being able to work from yourself and having this flexibility, is you can just follow your heart, follow your gut. It changed my life in the best way possible, and if you're watching this thinking, I wish I could do the same, you really can. I was you 2 years ago Googling how to make money online, so everything can change really quickly. And if you want to start, or even thinking, how on earth is this possible? I've dropped a link for my Calendly in the description below, and just book in a call and let's catch up and we can go through everything. But yeah, any other questions or anything else that you want to know about life in Bali, just drop me a DM on Instagram and I will be sure to do another video. But thank you so much.